Hello, Adam Rayner. This is the Vardis Tackle YouTube channel. We're at Sandhurst Lake here on the Yateley complex, and that's Mr. Graham Rowland. And Graham, you're a Team Vardis dude from how far back? How long have you been a Vardis dude?
Well, Vardis has been going for 7 years.
Yes.
I sort of seen most of the products sort of 6 to 8 months before the products came out, so probably getting on to 8 years now.
Oh, mate, that means that by the grey on your
original,
chin, you're an original senior
I'm
fellow.
the original one, yeah. I'm the original one. I sort of seen the products, went through them, said yes and no to some of the products, and you know. So yeah, I've been with Aid for many years.
And in particular, we're looking at a couple of bits. There's your take on the Ronnie rig, and there's another bit of kit. There's a system that you wanted to show. So I'm zooming down onto the table. Let's have a little look at this Ronnie rig first, dude. Show me.
Okay, the infamous Ronnie rig, everyone ties them at the moment, but my take is slightly different. On the Ronnie rig is the same, which I use a size 4 gripper, and then you use a quick link swivel, and then it goes, you put it through there, make sure the hook goes outwards, heat shrink it down so it's nice and fish safe. This is, you end up with that component. It's nice and stiff, it works really well. It is a pop-up rig. People have started using it now with wafter rigs and things like this.
Let's have a look at it in full mad focus, close up, if I grab hold of that and use my paw as the background there. Just completely hog the screen for a moment and it focuses. Look at that. Bonnie. Beautiful looking little bit of kit. I am caught. I've
got one. Okay, the difference bit I use our downfall leader line, which is it is £45, but it's really supple when you get it on. Because I fish at the moment, I'm fishing a really deep silty estate lake, and you can't use chods or anything else. You have to be able to drop the lead, and you have to have a lead clip. So I use a downfall leader. It's quite long because the silt I'm fishing is obviously 6 foot deep. So I need to go make sure that the presentation, when I do a presentation, always put 2 pieces of foam on it to make sure lead goes into the silt, sits there, and it'll drop down in its own weight. So probably you've got half that length that's actually sticking out, so you've really got 4-inch hook length that's actually operating. Pop-up will just sit on top, and a little bit will go into the, if you need to counterbalance it, you just put a little bit of a putty on there, and that sits it down. And it's caught me fish all through the year. Winter, January, February, I've been catching fish when everyone else was struggling. So it's just my take. The one good thing I use about this leader line, I use dips. I soak them in dips before I cast them out. I shouldn't really tell it, but it's really good, this leader line.
We're talking edges here from Mr. Rowland.
If you soak,
takes a bit of dip.
Yeah, if you soak it in the dip, I've got about 4 or 5 of them, and I just leave them in the dip. They soak in there, take them out, change them over on the quick click, cast them out, and the other one comes in, gets dried, straight back in the dip.
Wow.
And they're rotating round, and I must have probably 10 of these set up like this, and I just keep rotating them round. Some of them, I've been using the same ones now all year. So
pretty dipped. Tell us about this snare lead system.
Right,
as well,
okay. This is a really, we haven't really published it much. We've had it for about 4 years now. To be fair, I love it. If I could use it on my water now, I'd still use it in the silt, but because them sort of systems are banned on my lake, you have to use a lead clip. So yeah, basically the way it works, you've got your normal lead, downfall leader again, so it's lead free, sinks really well. We do them in 2 and 3 ounce leads, so I'll just move up so there's the system there. You've got it on, you've got your system behind. The beauty of it is it's safe, because if a fish gets caught and your line snaps, it pulls out and it'll pull out and it's free. All it's got is a hook length. But the main reason for it is when a fish takes, in fact this is perfect to show it, if I start there, if I take 2 inches of light, if the fish moves 2 inches, it's actually 4 inches indication.
Yes.
So because it's a pulley, so
advantage.
yeah, so the fish moves half the distance to get the same indication. And the other part is, if your clutch is set reasonably tight and it's not really slack on, or I always fish quite tight, as the fish moves, it hits the line and then it tightens up and then it comes around and gets another punch.
Yes.
So you get a bang, you get bang, a bang, and then you pick it up. By the time you've picked it up, it's job done. So it's straight away.
Tremendous, and that mechanical advantage also reduces resistance, which is how come
you
pull yourself up a tree on a pulley.
Yeah, it's a running rig with all the advantage of an inline and all the other parts as well. So yeah.
Mr. Rowland, thank you very, very much indeed. That's cool stuff.
Cool.
And,
okay.